I ran across this article from Business Insider, and the title of the article is "Nearly Half of Americans Don't Want a Promotion." Now, the article starts off with talking about this guy named Zach. Late last year, two of Zach's managers at the construction and engineering firm where he works pulled him aside and said, "Hey, congratulations. You're getting promoted to be head of the department." Okay. They told him the role would come with a 10% raise or maybe even more. They thought that they would be rewarding him for the great work that he's been doing, right? But the whole time, Zach had one thought on his mind: how the hell do I get out of this? So he liked his current role at the company and he had no interest in running a whole team. Now, besides becoming a manager, it would require him to go into the office every day. And the way he used to be before the pandemic, I get to see my kids so much now. You couldn't pay me enough to give that up. Now, he told his bosses it was a big change and he promised that he would think it over. Now, a few days later, much to their surprise, Zach turned it down. Now, with this article, Zach is a metaphor for what exactly is going on in the title of the article. Take a look at this TikTok, because the article also references this TikTok, gives different points of view from different generations as to why this is happening.
But I'm trying to descend the corporate ladder. I just think it's better for mental health. Some people want to be manager, and that's okay. Everyone deserves the opportunity to get chewed out by the CEO directly. But the only team I want to be responsible for is my plants. My goal for the next 30 days is to not wake up from a dream about my job. I don't want to get promoted, make more money, and then have to spend that money on more therapy and food because I'm stressed about my job. The only wheel I want to reinvent is work hard, play hard. How about work medium, play medium?
The reasoning varies between what particular generation you're in. So for the sake of this article, we'll focus on Gen Z, millennials, and we'll touch on Gen X just a little bit. Gen Z, I would put the TikTok that we just watched as to a little bit of more reasoning and mindset around this particular generation. And then I think Zach, it didn't say it in the article, but if I had to guess, they're asking Zach to head up a department. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Zach is older than 26, which I think right now is where millennials start, right? I think it goes up to 40, 42, something like that. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say Zach is older than 26. So we got the TikToker. I didn't catch his name, but I'll reference him in the link of this video. I think the Gen Z mindset is they watch their parents, work really hard. And we're also in a social media age, growing up in this digital world where we have access to everybody's life. And now you get to pick and choose which life you want. And it's very hard to, conceptualize working for one company or even 5 companies for 30 years and just pushing just to get no pension or to possibly get laid off. When it comes to millennials, it's a little bit different. Obviously, they're older. So if we look at Zach has a family, right? Zach has a wife, kids. And I think what the pandemic did, just as the article referenced, I think for a lot of people, the pandemic put things into perspective, not only on what's important in life, but it also opened up our eyes to ways in which we can work. For a lot of people, especially if you have family, kids, the idea of working from home, you can't beat it. For me personally, I don't want to work from home every day, but a hybrid schedule is perfect. If I have the option of going into the office a couple of days a week, working from home, hybrid, that's awesome. Now, in Zach's case in the story, to head a department for 10% more, that's not attractive at all. So I kind of blame the company on that. Let's just say you're making 100K. We'll give you 110,000, but you're going to be heading the department. You got probably at least an extra 3 meetings per month. No, forget that. You got an extra 3 meetings per week. For a 10% raise, you have to manage these people And also you got to deal with your department budget. For a lot of people, that responsibility for a 10% raise and more responsibility, it's just not worth it. If you're the type of person who has larger aspirations, like being in the C-suite, continue to climb and get as high as possible within a particular company, whether you're trying to be senior VP, executive, and so forth, this is a good story for you because now you have less competition. Now, I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Let me know if I'm off or if you have a different perspective or something I missed. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.